Namaste and welcome to today's practice. My name is Eleonor and I'm going to be guiding you through a 30-minute Hatha and Yinyoga practice. So we're going to do a bit of a mix today. We're going to start with some Hatha Yoga poses and a bit of movement, and then we're going to wind down with a few Yin poses. And since springtime is coming up, we're going to focus on planting new seeds for the season. So let's take a moment and just close your eyes, find a comfortable seat, and take a couple of deep breaths in and out through your nose. Give yourself a moment to arrive in this moment and on your mat. And just as we're tending to our gardens in the time of spring, I want you to take a moment to tend to your inner garden as well. And just feel into what weeds you want to get rid of and what seeds you want to plant for the season. How is your inner garden doing right now? Was it a long time ago since you tended to it last? Or is it thriving? Just feel into your inner space and your inner garden. If you want, you can place one hand on your chest and one hand on your belly. Keep breathing in and out through your nose. And take another deep breath in and sigh it out through the mouth. And we're going to start as a tiny little seed in child's pose. So come over onto your knees, and for this variation of child's pose, you're going to keep your knees together, your big toes together as well. Sit back onto your heels, and then try to bow down over your legs. If you can't reach all the way with the forehead towards the mat, that's fine. You can make a pillow out of your hands or two fists on top of each other to support the head. If you're comfortable to reach the head all the way down towards the mat, you can bring your arms alongside the body. And take a moment here to just imagine yourself deep down into the soil, like a small little seed, waiting to grow. You can breathe in and out through the nose, or you can breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Staying here in child's pose for a couple of breaths. Now we slowly gotta start to grow the seed, so reaching your arms out in front into child's pose with extended arms. And then slowly, as you were moving through soil, start to make your way up onto hands and knees. Really slow. And then transition into downward facing dog by tucking your toes and lifting your hips up and back. Still going very slowly here. You can pedal the feet, nice and slow. And then slowly walk towards the front of your mat. One step at a time, no rush. Bend your knees and roll it up really slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, growing up to a plant. For now, you can just let your arms and your head hang down and slowly grow up towards the sun. And as you come up to standing, you keep reaching up with your arms, with your branches, up towards the sun, and make yourself as long as you possibly can. Spread your fingers, reach up, 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 maybe come up onto your tippy toes. Maybe imagine that seed that you were planting in your garden growing tall. Reach up a little bit more, and come down with your arms by your sides, and arrive in Tadasana, mountain pose. Take a couple of breaths here. And slowly shift your weight over into your right foot and place your left foot either on the inside of your ankle, inside of your calf, or inside of your thigh, whatever is available to you today. We're going to come into Vrikshasana tree pose. So find a steady gaze on a single point to help you with your balance. And when you feel somewhat stable here, you can again reach your arms up towards the sky. Reach for the sun. Maybe you want to sway your branches in the wind, challenging yourself a little bit here with some movement. Or if you feel like just being still here, you can do that as well. Feel into what you need today. Working with the right foot that is on the mat, pressing it into the ground. And let's take another deep breath in, reach your arms up. Exhale, let your arms come down. And let the left foot come down as well. And just shake your legs out. Beautiful. And back into mountain pose, Tadasana. Just take a moment here to ground your feet into the earth. Let the crown of the head reach up towards the sky. And then slowly shift the weight into the left foot. Placing the right foot either inside of your ankle, calf, or thigh. Find your gaze and your balance. And when you're ready, reach your arms up towards the sun. Making the tree grow nice and tall, maybe swaying your branches in the wind. Working with the left foot that is on the ground. And another deep breath in, reach your arms up. Exhale, arms come down by your sides, and let the right foot down and just shake it out. And from here, walk to the center of your mat and turn towards the left, or wherever direction gives you a view of the video might be most beneficial for you. And then reach your arms out towards either side. And then step your feet as wide as your wrists. So really, really wide, toes pointing in towards each other first. And then turn your right foot forward and sink down into the right leg for warrior pose. And we're gonna hold here for a couple of breaths. So focus your gaze on the right hand. Press both your feet down into the ground and away from each other. And open up the hips here. You can look down towards your right knee and just make sure it doesn't fall inward, rather bring it out a little bit. Maybe sink a little bit deeper into the knee. Press your feet down. Beautiful. And we're switching sides, so come to center. Turn your toes in towards each other, arms up towards the sky. And then open up again and turn the left foot outward and sink down into the left knee. Gaze towards your left hand. Pressing the feet down into the earth. Opening up the hips. Also make sure that you press the right heel down. That's it, beautiful. Maybe sink a little bit deeper. Nice work. 2 more breaths. And we're coming back to center. Turn the toes in towards each other. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold forward. Standing wide-legged forward fold. Maybe shake your head out, shake your shoulders out. Maybe exhale through the mouth. And then bend your knees a little bit and roll it up. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, circle your arms up towards the sky. Exhale, let the hands come down in front of your chest. Then turn your heels inward, so you take 1 step inward with your heels. Toes pointing outward. Take a deep breath. And exhale, bend your knees into goddess pose. You can keep your hands in front of the chest, or if you prefer, you can put them in prayer behind the back. A couple of deep breaths here. Try to sink a little bit deeper on the exhale. Two more. And extend your legs, release your arms. Walk the feet heel toe, heel toe, heel toe until they come together. And then you can come down to a comfortable seat on your mat. And we're going to come into a wide-legged forward fold. So just bring the left leg out to the side, bend the right leg, and then turn your upper body towards the left leg. And this is the yin part of the practice, so I don't want you to go too far into the poses. If you have any big pillow or a bolster here, you can hug it. If not, you can just sit up straight and place your hands one on either side of the left leg. And the back doesn't have to be perfectly straight here. If you prefer, you can also walk the hands out a little bit and relax the head and the shoulders down. Whatever is most comfortable for your body. And we stay in here for several breaths. So just make sure that you're really comfortable. For each breath that you take, try to relax a little bit more into the pose without trying to get anywhere. Just staying in stillness for a moment and noticing your breath. And the Yin Yoga poses are really working to calm down your nervous system. So you don't want to be pushing or forcing anything, just be really, really gentle here. Probably more gentle than you think you need to be. So try to take 1 step back. Beautiful. And we're gonna switch sides. So slowly, slowly come out of the pose. First bring the left leg in, and we can just stop for a moment before we go into the next pose. I just want you to feel if there's any effect now when we just did one side of the pose. You feel maybe any difference in the right and the left leg, the right or the left side of the body. Just take a couple of breaths and notice if there's any sensations in your body right now. And then we're switching sides, so the right leg, stretch it out to the right side, opening up for a wide-legged forward fold. The left leg stays bent, and then you twist upper body towards the right leg. And you can stay here. We don't want to go any further really into this pose. We don't want to fold all the way. If you have a bolster or a pillow, you can hug around it as you're seated here, or you can gently hang down with the head and the shoulders. But don't push, don't go too far here. And when you found your expression of the pose, maybe close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, and fully relax here. Drop your shoulders down. Let your head be heavy. Let your sit bones sink down into the earth. No pushing, no reaching anywhere, just relaxing down. Letting go completely. Maybe you can relax a tiny bit more. Make the body a little bit heavier. And slowly, slowly make your way out of the pose. Come to a resting position, maybe seated cross-legged, or place your feet on the ground in front of you if that's more comfortable. And just take a moment to notice if there's any effect after you did both sides of this pose. Beautiful, and we have one more seated Yin Yoga pose, which will be with both legs stretched out. But really try to adjust here. If you really tense in your hips and hip area, then maybe keep your legs a little bit more together. So you can adjust it for the level that suits you and that is calming for your nervous system. So don't go too far here. And either you can place your hands in front, but if that's too much for you, you can even do this pose with the hands behind you. So try which one fits your body better today. It's all about finding comfort and relaxation. And when you arrive in the variation of this pose that you prefer, you can close your eyes. Maybe take a couple of deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, just to help the body relax even more here. Releasing and letting go on the exhale. And we already planted our seeds in the inner garden. We already put our intentions or wishes. So now we can let them go. Let them go into the universe and trust that they will come to us when the time is right. So fully release. Few more breaths. And you can take 3 more deep breaths in this pose. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then slowly make your way out of the pose. Help your legs together. And then we're gonna lay down and just notice the effect of the pose that we just did. So just come down onto your back on the mat, close your eyes, and again tap into yourself and your body for a moment. And the next pose we're gonna transition into is butterfly pose. But if you have any knee injuries, you might want to skip this pose if it's too much for you. Then I'll give you a variation. But if you want to go into the butterfly pose, then first put your feet on the ground and then bring the soles of the feet together and let your knees fall out to the sides. And the further away keep your feet from you, the more soft this stretch is going to be. But if this is too intense for your knees or your hips, then you can do a resting pose, which is bringing the feet wider than hip distance apart and letting your knees fall in towards each other instead. So whichever works better for you. For those of you who have blocks at home, you can also support your legs with blocks. It makes this pose a little bit more softer. And you can place one hand on your chest, one hand on your belly. Doesn't matter which pose you're in, it works the same. And just take a moment to release all of the weight of your body into the earth. You can imagine watering your seeds and that the water is just washing off anything that you don't need anymore. And from here, slowly extend your legs out. Release your arms down by your sides to arrive in Shavasana. And slowly start to wake the body up, moving your fingers and toes, maybe leaning the head from side to side. On your next inhale, reach your arms overhead. And as you exhale, hug your knees in towards the chest and rock from side to side to give the lower back a massage. Roll over to your right. Maybe make a pillow out of your hands here. And when you're ready, you can make your way up to a comfortable seat. And gently place your hands together in the front of the heart. And to thank each other and ourselves for today's practice, we say Namaste.